Hello, beautiful people of YouTube. How are you today? Today, we are back with another tutorial on long tail cast on. This is a cast on method which is very useful when you are no longer a beginner at knitting and you are going to do huge projects and you need to do the cast on very quickly and very pretty. So without further ado, let's jump right into the tutorial of how to do a long tail cast on. So let us start with the tutorial. For this, I am going to use this Pony's knitting needle set, and this is beautifully packed in this very nice material. Looking at this, I'm really feeling that Pony is slaying at this sustainable packaging thing. This is really amazing. I have this for quite a while now, and let's start doing our thing. So I have chosen this 4mm needle. I don't know whether you can see the text here, but it says Pony 4mm. I've taken two of these knitting needles. These are medium sized needles, not very long, not very short. And I've chosen this because I am for this tutorial you can really use any needles, you're just getting the hang of it, but I'm going to do a project later on and I'm going to need the exact same needles for that project. So yeah, so I have two needles in my hand. You can do this with a single needle as well. So let me first show you with a single needle. I've taken this very pretty brown neutral color. So what I'm going to do now is I have this yarn over here, and for this particular method, this is called as long tail cast on. For this particular method, you have to have a long tail of the yarn, as the name suggests, and then we are going to use this tail to do the cast on. So many a times it happens that, for example, I need 26 stitches on the needle and the tail I take is sometimes smaller. So how do you know you have the enough tail? So the first trick I'm going to show you that you hold your yarn somewhere here and leave a few inches to one side. Just hold it here with your thumb and just wind it across your needle as many times as you need the number of stitches. So I need 26 stitches. I'm going to wrap this around my needle 26 times. One more just for the safety. And then once again I'm going to leave some yarn here, because I never would want to be in a situation where the tail is not enough. So I'm going to leave some yarn on this side, and this is going to be the length of my tail for 26 cast on stitches. Now the next thing to do is to have a slip knot over here. We have already measured the length. Now we want a slip knot over here. So what I'm going to do is, as we do regularly, I'm going to wrap this around my two fingers once and twice, and then this is my second wrap. I'm going to cross it, then take this particular loop and pull the other loop through this. So once again I'll show you. What I'm going to do is wrap this around my two fingers. For the second wrap I'm going to cross it. I'm holding this tail here, and then I'm taking the loop which is below, taking it above and pulling this loop through it. Now when you do that, once we have tightened that, notice that the thread attached to ball is not moving. This is my ball side thread, and this thread is not moving, while the tail end is making this stitch tight or loose. Make sure you have this. If you have the tail which is loose from this side, you have done something wrong. Go back once again, wrap the tail around your fingers, make a cross, hold it here, put the loop which is at the bottom, take it to the top, get this loop up and pull it through. When you tighten it, this thread should not move your loop, while the tail end thread should be able to easily move your loop. Then take your needle, put it inside and make it tight. Now as we cast on, we have to have a little loose loops, because otherwise while making the first row it creates problems. So remember to keep it a little bit looser. The next step is to cast on. So for that, now we have 2 loops. Remember to take this loop at the back and take the ball loop at the front, so you can actually move your ball to this side and the tail end to the other side. Once you do that, take your fingers like this, create a V between your this and this finger and hold these 2 loops, something like this. Some people like to hold it across their pinky and this finger, whatever is your choice. For me, this is easier, so I hold them between my 2 of these fingers. But the key factor here is to leave your thumb and pointer finger free. Now once you have this free, what you're going to do is you're going to put them in between these 2 loops and spread them across. Once again, you are going to hold these 2 loops. You have your tail end towards the back, your ball end towards the front. You're going to hold these 2 threads between these 2 fingers, and then you're going to use your thumb and pointer finger to spread these 2 loops. Once again, note that the thread which is wrapped around my thumb is coming from the ball, right? This is very important. If you do it in reverse way, you will be casting on with the ball thread and not the long end, right? So once again, I'm holding it like this and using my thumb and pointer finger to spread these 2 threads. The thread around my thumb is from the ball and thread on my pointer finger is from the tail. Now what I'm going to do is hold the stitch with my other pointer finger, take this needle to the thumb and take this loop on my needle. Once I've done that, I am going to twist my wrist and get to this thread which is on my pointer finger, get it on the needle, and then I'm going to twist the wrist in the opposite direction and pull my needle through this loop on my thumb, then let go of the loop on the thumb and pull here. So the thread on my pointer finger remains as it is. It does not actually move. It actually moves upwards, but we don't realize it. So once again, I'll show you. I have hold these 2 threads in between my 2 fingers. I've used my thumb and pointer fingers to spread these loops. I'm going to take my needle towards the bottom of my thumb, take this loop on my needle, twist my wrist, go to the other side, take the thread from the pointer finger on the needle, twist the wrist in reverse direction, come back, put the needle through the loop on my thumb, let go of the loop and pull. Once again, take the thread, go to the bottom of the thumb, take the loop on the thumb on the needle, twist the wrist, take the loop on the pointer finger on the needle, twist the wrist in the opposite direction, let go of the loop and pull it through. Alright, and once you get the hang of it, this is quite fast. You're actually not moving the pointer finger, you're just moving your thumb, and you can then cast on 26 stitches. So I've cast on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to go on 7, 8. And now if you observe, the thread from the ball is not moving, it is only this much, while this thread will slowly exhaust. I have one more trick to show you. Now what happens is, as a beginner knitter or for someone who is learning this technique for the first time, it is very difficult to keep these loops loose. Whenever we are in the process of doing this threading, what happens is we unknowingly pull it too tightly. Then what happens, the next row will be very difficult to do because it is difficult to put the other needle through this. So in such cases, what I like to do is, I like to take 2 needles instead of 1 for my initial cast on. So I will pull this loop through and pass it through 2 needles, right? And I'm going to repeat the same procedure. I'm going to hold these 2 loops in my thumb and middle finger, into these 2 fingers, and I'm going to spread the yarns. Now I'm once again going to check that the loop on my thumb is coming from the ball and not from the loose end of the tail, and I'm going to repeat the same procedure. Go to the bottom of the thumb, take the loop, twist the wrist, go to the other side, pull it through this loop, let go of the loop and tighten it. Now even if this cast on is very tight here, it will not matter, because once I have my 26 stitches, I'm going to remove this 1 needle out of here, so the rest of the stitches will be loose. So let me do all the 26 stitches and show you how it is going to look. So once again, hold it like this. These are my 2 stitches currently on the needles. So going to the bottom, twisting the wrist, taking the other loop, coming through the loop, letting go and pulling through. Quite simple it is, and once you get the hang of it, you can do it quite fast. So I have 26 stitches here. I have taken a really long tail, so I have some tail left, and that is absolutely okay. And then once I remove this upper needle, I have fairly loose tails or fairly loose cast on my hand or on my needle. So this is how it looks. It's very pretty, it's quick, and it is more sturdier. So with this, I am going to do a project in the next video. I hope you like it. In the next video, it is also going to be a tutorial, a 1 step ahead from a regular knit and purl. So I hope you come to that video, you check it out, and to get the notification of that video upload, please press the bell icon, like, share and subscribe to our channel if you like such videos. Please ask any doubts in the comments below. We will be happy to answer them. And I think that's it for today. Bye bye.